And we are recording, by the way. A lot of me, so that could be distracting. So my name is Alice Borka. I'm the Dean of the Faculty of Environmental and Urban Change, EUC. I use the pronouns she, her, and I welcome you to our first ever and will be annual EUC Changemakers Celebration. I love audience participation, so well done. I will begin with a land acknowledgement, which is an opportunity for us to acknowledge North University's presence on the traditional territories of many Indigenous people. Sorry, I had another piece in my head. I would like to acknowledge York University's presence on the traditional territory of many Indigenous nations. The area known as Tuckerwantown has been caretaken by the Anishinaabe Nation, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat. It's also it's now home to many First Nations, Inuit, and Métis communities. I would like to acknowledge the current treaty holders and the Mississauga of the Credit First Nation. And this area is subject to the District 1 Water Belt Covenant, which is an agreement to peacefully share and care for the Great Lakes region. One of the things I'll encourage you to do is take the responsibility of offering your own land acknowledgement now, remind to yourself, someone else, about what it means to you to be occupying this home on native land, as quoted from Shane Black, and anthem singing. I recently read Bruce Green's faculty member at York University, Bruce Green's blog in going up to Congress 2023 around what it means to give a land acknowledgement. And how it is not a checkbox, and it is something that we need to give from the heart and give from the sentiment and through the spirit with which it is intended, which is to honor the people, the land, the stories, the histories, the traumas that have come before us and that have brought us to this space today. And at EUC, we take that very seriously, and thank you to all of us who are doing their part in reconciliation and reconciliation. When we started this year, 2022-23, I thought to myself, what do I want from this academic year? And I thought of two things. One is I wanted us to build community, and especially to build community in physical spaces. We have come out of the pandemic. We're coming out of a pandemic, and we are finding ourselves with very new ways of being in the world, very new configurations of space, very new configurations of how we want to work and play and live in all these spaces and in these communities across us. But as we entered into our third year as EUC, this 2022-23 year, I really wanted us to highlight community building. We have had many events in this space, and we really want to enliven this space. And I'm really thrilled at how that has gone over the year. And kudos to everyone who has held an event in this space and has made it their own and has taken it over as a space for positivity and collegiality and engagement. The second thing I wanted to do was to document impact, thus a Changemaker event. As we started the new faculty, the first couple of years were all about telling people what we do. What do we do? What are our programs? Who are we? But now I want us to tell the story of what we're accomplishing and the impact that we're having on this community, the EUC community, York University's community, but well beyond. We are all about bold ideas, but also bold actions. And I'm incredibly proud to be part of a faculty that takes radicalism in the best spirit. That we're pushing the boundaries of everything from how we organize our spaces to be continued, and also how we think about what we do in our classrooms taking us outside of the walls of the classrooms through experiential education. We have always been radical in our legacy geography and faculty of environmental studies units, trying to talk across and bring together different disciplines. And those are roots I'm extremely proud of. So this Changemaker celebration is to really culminate those two things, community building and impact, celebrating what we do so well. And making sure that we are not just recognizing ourselves and celebrating what we do, but that we're encouraged to keep going. And I'm encouraging you to keep pushing buttons, keep stirring the pot, keep making a difference in the world, whatever that means to you. And for us at EUC, whether it's myself as dean and the dean office, our leadership team, our staff and our students, we're here to support them, right? We're here to support all of us. We're here to lift each other up. So as we celebrate today's event, we're going to be walking through some of our change makers. And frankly, everyone's a change maker. If you're in the faculty, you're a change maker. We are honoring a few change makers today. Everyone from those who are participating in the Dean's Placement Program, student leaders, awards, scholarships, peer mentors, and also we are I'll be sharing the Dean's Award winners. And exciting today is that we're launching our 2022-23, well, the inaugural EUC Impact Report. It's ready. There are a few limited edition print copies, and I'll be sending out an email with the digital copy as well, the digital PDF. So there's a lot to get through. Let's get a big round of applause for every change maker. And Rosanna and I are going to do our best to choreograph all this. So we will be asking people to come forward. So we'll say, please come forward, please come forward. Don't be shy, gather in here, and we'll give you a token of our appreciation. There'll be a photo op, and we'll try to make this run as smoothly as possible. So I want to begin with the what's called the Dean Changemakers Placement Program. Wrap your head around, is that the right title or not? It's a Dean Changemaker Placement. And these are, for this year, 5 students who have been awarded opportunities to learn skills from research and industry professionals within what we call our EUC Living Labs. So Loca Garden, Ecological Footprint Initiative, Waste Wiki, Las Vivas Eco Campus, and the Eco Arts Festival, or the Zigzag Gallery. And we're in Zigzag Gallery. So the Dean Changemaker program is something that we initiated a couple of years ago through donor support. We had hundreds of donors giving us funding, and it was in a pot just sitting there. And I was asking a few students, what do you think we should do with this funding? Because it was really at the dean's discretion. And a lot of students said, we would love to have more placement and internship opportunity within EUC and at your university campus. A lot of that had to do with the fact that many of our students have a lot on their plate. They're working on their jobs, they're commuting from one place to another, and they wanted a place where they could really focus their time and energy. And so we started the Dean Changemaker program. It's also an opportunity for students to become career ready. So taking what they've learned in the classroom and then applying it to a change project that then serves the research community that we have here. The Dean Changemakers all make a poster. So you can see the 4 posters there from our Changemakers. You can go up and have a look at what they've produced. And we have one of our Changemakers who's done a living lab display from a Loca Garden in the corner there. So with no further ado, I would like to introduce you to our Changemakers. I'll ask all of them to come up. William Anthony with Waste Wiki, supervised by Calvin Lakish. And just hold your applause till everyone's up here. Thank you. Justin Chan with Loca Garden, supervised by Sylvia Basket-Olin and Phyllis Novak. Teresa Eric. Supervised by Sarah Flicker. Teresa organized the Eco Arts Festival this year. Samantha Navalta cannot be here to join us. She was with Las Cubas working on behalf of Casita Azul at Las Cubas. And Kate working on behalf of the Ecological Footprint Initiative, supervised by Dr. Kate Tish. Please give a round of applause. Okay, so let's turn to our student leaders. One of the best parts of the EUC community is being surrounded by incredibly engaged, creative, hardworking students who just step up, get a lot of things done around our faculty. So they're incredible contributors, and we want to honor them in all the different forms that they come in at our faculty. And I'm going to invite Anne Sergelis to the podium. Anne is our student success advisor, who I also like to take a moment to congratulate Anne on her upcoming retirement. Anne telling me she has a few words to share, but we'll also be honoring our students. So I'm going to take a little bit longer. Bear with me. So good afternoon, everyone, and warm welcome to our peer mentors that we're able to attend today. Since I'm retiring soon, this will be my last chance to say to you how much I appreciate everything that you've done for that content and the important work you do. To all of you who volunteer your time to attend important events, we all thank you. But I especially want to extend my gratitude. You have given life to this faculty, and certainly an exciting time in OSAS during the last year in particular, since you've occupied space in OSAS. Your caring attitude towards our peers and your ability to put aside your own struggles to help other students is heartwarming. Many of you have been through your own traumatic experiences over the last 2 years, but I see resilience, eagerness to help your fellow students, camaraderie, love of one another, and above all, respect for each other. I know it sounds corny, but it's like you're my own children, and we're gonna laugh now. You have been with me for so long that I don't really know what the summer's gonna look like in the fall and in the winter, because you're not gonna be popping into my office because I won't be there. Sorry, I've been around so long, but I have a captive audience. And I want to share with you my feelings for these amazing individuals. They're here to learn, and they're also preparing for life. So they have resiliency, compassion as you navigate your own lives, and it's worth repeating. That's why I wanted to say this. Your ability to take information, and sometimes information, make it fun, to share with our incoming students is really important. Now, to those students that have worked with me the closest over the last 2 years, Emma and Ryan. Emma, congratulations on graduating from EUC this year. You've been with me the longest, and I've seen you grow into an amazing young woman who has a fabulous career ahead of you. You have helped so many of our students understand science concepts. You were one of the first people to provide assistance to students with those worried look on their faces when it came to stats. Sorry, I can't Helping incoming students adjust to life at university has been one of your greatest gifts to faculty. Incoming students often let me know that their kindness and calmness affect them. They realize that knowledge comes in increments, and it's okay not to know something. We've talked about that learning takes time, but it's important to garner that energy to learn. By the way, I do hope that EMDS 4111 went here. I'm sure it did. And Ryan, the face of EUC, and another I rely on you so much this year. You will go far in your life. You are patient, kind, considerate of others, and above all, kind and a mindful individual. You have managed to organize so many events and opportunities for students in terms of advising, and I thank you for that. Again, you're the face of EUC, and the faculty is better for it. Every time I emailed you about an important task, you jumped to the rescue, and I mean rescue. Meeting with students online during COVID was remarkable, and that you maintained a calm presence
while explaining important concepts that put our incoming students at ease. You manage to take care of your family, do exceptionally well in the courses, and still participate in the various recruitment activities that are so important to our family, our faculty. Now, to all of my peer mentors, I hope all of your dreams come true, that life is great for you. Continue to persevere. You will need to. You have been taught by some of the most incredible professors. You have learned that working together always leads to great things. Have fun in your life this summer and in the future. It's been an honor to work with you. Now, for the rest. Quick note for everyone that does not understand the importance of peer mentors. This is what they've accomplished. And I've just put it all together very quickly. Summer-long projects, preparing orientation with York University standards. It's not our vision, it's York University vision. Participating in PAM University benefit committees to ensure students receive the information they need over the summer and in the fall. Participate as part of the team with SELD, which is the Student Learning Group, that develops NEU Start, which is an incoming student platform that all incoming high school students must follow. Respond to inquiries from all incoming York students as part of working with SELD. This means answering questions of any student that emails them. So it shows how amazing well-versed they are with activities here at York. Preparing the E-class course for orientation, which includes videotaping and interviewing prompts. Tours for SELD as well as EUC. Students work with me on advising our incoming class bi-monthly. These sessions are important to help incoming students understand how to enroll, what to enroll in, how to use E-class, and all the other technology that we do. Peer mentors have also addressed faculty council. If you all remember 5 or 6 years ago, peer mentors addressed faculty council to tell them what activities we do with peers. Our peer mentors have worked with professors directly on providing sessions to explain certain concepts. If you think that's easy, it's not. It meant various meetings with Gail and listen a lot for staff before the terminal to go over some difficult concepts and teaching them to students above and beyond what happens in tutorial sessions. And so it gave them a chance to actually work with professors, set up how they were going to teach the course, and do one session on important concepts in stats and in science, which for some reason seems to be a little more difficult in some cases. Our EUC athletes have also required some special help in understanding concepts, and our peer mentors, specifically Maya and Summer, have jumped at the opportunity to help that here. The last thing I want to mention is the work that our peer mentors did during the pandemic. It was important to ensure that orientation was an innovative, creative, and full of information required by students. We wanted to ensure a community was built even though we were apart. Our students built a great class course. They interviewed Alice, our dean, our first year profs, and also the coordinators to introduce their program and courses via an interview. It's a 1-hour interview. Yolanda, I don't need to go on with them yet. We had showcased as much as possible for the advising piece. We also had students attend via Zoom for other fun activities during orientation day because we're not allowed to be on campus. Our peer mentors are continuing this tradition to ensure our international students, if they're unable to attend orientation, continue to receive the care and advice and information required to realize the dream of completing our program successfully. You're so glad I'm going to be done in 2 seconds. Our peer mentors volunteer to help other students, but it also provides them an opportunity to form bonds with other peer mentors, work together, learn new skills, develop initiatives that benefits them, all the students, and our faculty. Thank you so much. Sorry, now I want to bring up Ryan. Thank you.
That was great, Anne. Thank you. So this will just be really short. Good afternoon, students, peer mentors, staff, and faculty. My name is Ryan, and I'm peer mentor coordinator here at the faculty of EUC along with Emma. It's my pleasure to be here today to talk about EUC's peer mentor program and how we're volunteering. I must say that the timing of this event is very big since we just recognized National Volunteer Week here in Canada last week. And it's a great time to show our appreciation to the amazing student volunteers and peer mentors in EUC for all that they've contributed to the faculty over the years during the program. Our peer mentors are highly dedicated individuals that go above and beyond their call as a student and offer their knowledge and time towards helping others. Our peer mentors can be found in the peer mentor office, usually giving advice to students, answering any questions that they may have about the programs or courses, And as a student myself, I can tell you that having a peer mentor to assist with these questions and uncertainties really goes a long way. Peer mentors have been an integral part of many activities and events that we host here at EUC, including fall orientation, fall campus day, change the world, spring open house, and many more. Our peer mentors have committed many hours to helping out at these events, and I'm sure the faculty and staff would agree that these events could not succeed without your individual support. As a peer mentor coordinator, I would like to personally thank the peer mentor team for welcoming me into this group and working alongside Emma and myself in our goals and ideas for the EUC peer mentor program. We could not have done this without you. With the skills and experience that you have gained in your volunteer roles, I'm confident that you're all going to do amazing things in your future endeavors. It is certainly bittersweet to see some of you go, but I'd like to congratulate you all for everything that you have accomplished and will continue to do as leaders in your communities. To the peer mentors returning in the fall, I'm excited to work with you and continue our journey together. And I look forward to many more events and activities throughout the year with you all. Thank you so much to our peer mentors and student volunteers, and thank you for your time.
Okay, so yes, I'm sorry. Just tell me what to do. I just think of it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure that everybody can hear me. If all our peer mentors could please come up beside me. Are you going to just? Oh, what? Thank you.
Hi everyone. My name is Anna Travis. We haven't met yet. I'm the experiential education coordinator at the faculty. I'm here today to share with you the amazing student leaders and volunteers that we have. Their activities at EUC. So this involves our student clubs, our volunteers who are on our governance committee, as well as our work studies. We heard a lot about our peer mentors. They're one of the many reasons and benefits of being part of EUC. Now we're going to go on to our EUC student clubs. So at EUC we have a great variety of student clubs you can join. We have EUC, the Los Angeles Student Association, the Arts and Free Club, the Black Student Caucus, as well as GESA, which is our MES graduate student, GeoGSA, which is our graduate geography student, as well as BESA for our PhD students at EUC. First, I'd like to invite Summer to give a little bit of remarks about the impact of being part of student clubs and what it means to be a student.
Everyone, can you hear me all right? Right. How lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so difficult? You might recognize that. That's Winnie the Pooh, but I think it fits quite nice right now. Considering that I'm in my 4th year, I'm about to graduate. And I'm about to write the next chapter of my life. But reflecting on the current chapter, I'd like to think that the thing I would miss the most are people. the connections and the friendships that I've made, which are a product of my engagement and involvement with various student groups that have just been announced by Rosanna. And less COVID in the picture, I think I've realized the capacity for students to spearhead change on their own accord once I was able to realize my own potential as I became chair of EUC and with my involvement in other groups as well. And since I only have a couple of minutes, I'd like to highlight a few things that EUC has done in the past year to transform the student experience. We had our very first in-person event at Halloween, and a few of the staff were there, and it attracted students from different faculties, which was fantastic. It gave us an opportunity to connect with people campus-wide. We renovated our office, sorry, Alice, but thank you. To make things look a little bit more inviting, gave the students an opportunity again to express themselves in a creative way, feel more comfortable in space. We also created a handmade book share that has proven to be a success, created by one of our very own Ashwat Craft. And while this is still in the works, it's a project that's near and dear to my heart. We started a long-term creative self-expression project to share student experiences and perspectives with climate change called the Changemaker Collective that I hope will be in fruition in the next term when I'm gone. As you can see from these few examples that I've given you, student groups drive change in this faculty because they are comprised of passionate and hardworking individuals that love incessantly. Now, this is a quote from myself, so I have to read this. Standing at the precipice of global ruination, our vocation as poets of the Anthropocene is to utilize our special powers of expression to instigate a rippling effect of benevolence and responsibility, to set the standard for sagacious leaders with updated value preferences. It is our duty to write a new narrative for the coexistence of humans and nature. And I believe this quote also acts as a mission statement for not only EUC's other student groups, but for the faculty itself, so long as students continue to believe in the power of community and passionate work. Being a member of a student group or club is a rewarding experience at the most intimate and personal level, because you get the chance to grow in the direction of the person that you will one day become. It is a chance for you to manifest your future self. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Summer. What beautiful words to be said. And as Summer mentioned, there's so many benefits to being part of student clubs. It's a great place to start and build your experience. The student clubs, they do so many amazing events, from doing stuff for students for mental well-being, helping out with their academics, socials and stuff, and creating a community. And I think one of the most rewarding things of my job is seeing our student clubs flourish and engage our students. So if you haven't joined any of our student clubs, Summer is one of our representatives. Come to me or Erin as well, and ask about it. I do encourage you to join. It's a great place to develop skills from project planning, event planning, liaising with different departments, and being involved with the Penn University community as well. So if you are part of the student club here at EUC, I would like to welcome you to the stage to receive a little gift and then take a quick picture. So any student clubs that we see here, EUC, Los Angeles Student Association, Carbon Free Club, JESA, GOGSA, BESA, Black Student Project. So another important part that our students are involved in is our governance committee. We have student reps on all of our committees. That's from faculty council to executive and planning committee of council, helping out with undergraduate pedagogy, graduate pedagogy, our tenure and promotions committee, as well as our equity and research committee. And the importance of having students represented on these committees is helping us get an idea and hearing the voice of students. Because EUC wouldn't be what it is without the student voice. And being a volunteer of these committees is a very important initiative to help bring that voice, as well as build skills for yourself to be part of committee work and see what it's like for when you go on off to your own careers and be part of different discussions to help raise concerns and awareness about challenges and what's going well for you, whether in your schoolwork or in the environment that you're part of. So for any students who have been involved on our student committees, I'll be calling out your names, but you should know who you are. You can come up and join me. We're going to do a rinse and repeat again. Any of the committees that you've been on, I would like to invite you to join me on stage, and I'll just kind of recognize some of our students who are part of these committees. So first, for faculty council, please forgive me if I mispronounce your name. Saya Quindoris, Melina Assad, Daniel Borowski, Alicia Mole, Reynold Gray, Michaela, Melvin, Angel, I'm sorry, Angie, Anika, Saya, Abdul Malik, Joshua, Walid, Liam, Zachary, Anab, Hillary, Craig, Barbara, Marina, Catherine, Shania, Marcia, Brian, Philip, and Santia. Any of our student volunteers on the committee? So last but not least, our work study students. Our work study students have an opportunity to work with staff like myself. They get to work in departments for the experiential education department, the alumni engagement, recruitment and communications, research. Am I missing anyone else? Research. They get an opportunity to work with staff and help drive projects and events that happen here at EUC. We love, like I mentioned, we love to hear the student voice and hear the ways that, what kind of ways do they want to get involved, as well as help build the skills that they need for the workforce. So we are very appreciative of our student teams who have been helping us throughout the years. This event itself, we have Summondy, who's actually behind the scenes right now, helping me out with our slide deck. Ryan has helped out, Ryan and Emma have also helped out with setup today. So without you guys, staff wouldn't be right now, and we really appreciate the work that you do and all the efforts that you put in to help us become a community and bring in more students to join our community as well. So if you are a work study student, please join the stage.
Okay, so
Stuti is also one of ours. Am I missing anyone from us? Brian, Kyle.
if you were a change maker, you're also a work study student. I just want to throw that.
Yeah. But the staff can come too.
Okay, wait, I'm coming.
You want to staff it? Let's give another big round of applause for our student leaders, peer mentors, student Now I'd like to invite Dina Schaffer, Director of Office of Student and Academic Services to share some remarks about our student awards and scholarships.
Sorry, this is how I roll. So I'm Dr. Dina Kara Schaefer. My pronouns are she and her. Please call me Dina. And I stand in total awe of all of the students' efforts. It's no easy feat. The extra volunteering, the committees, the clubs, the events, with the COVID backdrop, plus just being a human. It's a really big deal what everyone in this room has done. So I not only stand totally humble, but also kind of wishing for a do-over. But anyways, that's my midlife moment. But I am so touched by all of the effort and care alive in the room. So at EUC, we very genuinely value access, support, and guidance to our students for the hard work and commitment that they bring to their coursework and to our community. It is in the heart of EUC to provide the support students need to continue to be successful in all they do and to celebrate their excellence. So this is why EUC continues to develop multiple ways for students to finance their studies, from entrance scholarships to awards for current students to on-campus employment. And I would add to Stan Radian in the profound contributions and impacts they make. And so for this past year, I'm proud to say that there have been many students to celebrate and scholarships to mark students' achievements, both at the undergraduate and graduate level. So it is my honor to recognize the following undergraduate students for EUC's Undergraduate Research Award and the Natural Sciences and Engineers Research Council of Canada Undergrad Student Research Award. I know that there are going to be a lot of names called, but I actually don't want us to in any way be bored or tune out. I really want to be with each one of these students' names because it's such a big deal. It's such a big deal. So I'm hoping we can all lean in a little bit. So I'm gonna call your name. I may mispronounce them because I'm just meeting you today. This is my first event. So if I mispronounce them, then please tell me how to pronounce your name correctly. It matters so much. So for the EUC Undergrad Research Award, Secura, the 2022 recipients, Trevor Doe, Madison Downer Bartholomew, Ashraf Hatchcraft, Claire O'Hagan. 2023 recipients, Marianne Alam, Jesse Hughes, Patricia Rodriguez, Jasper Wong. For the Natural Sciences and Engineering Research Council of Canada Undergraduate Student Research Award, 2022 Randell Adano, and 2023 Summer Solmis and Asleys. Let's give them a hand. So if your name was just called, don't be shy. Please come up and have your picture. That's you.
She said hello and she brought you. It was so nice. Did you? I did. It's like,
This isn't about you right now. All the other names of folks who aren't here, who might be attending online, really a heartfelt congratulations. So with excitement, I now present to you EUC's graduate awards. We have many of them for various awards, such as the Ontario Graduate Scholarship, Canada Graduate Scholarship, Social Science and Humanities Research Council, Unilever Canada Graduate Award in Environmental Studies, short doctoral fellowship, and many more funded awards to support our master and doctoral students. So I'm gonna call everybody, and then you can all come up, and you don't need to like rock, paper, scissors, you have to come up and get your picture taken as a fan, right? Okay, so. Amdadul Amin, Malsi Benchakumbra, Julia Applin, Joseph Armand Barbardi, Laurence Boutek-Roch, Maya Campo, Melvin Chan, Leah Coppola, Zachary Dark, Navjot Galiwal, Harry Dvortacek, Adam Pirini, Christy Leora Hansworth, Melissa Giblin, Dylan Brussier, Vivian Guido, Riel Haig, Nada Hassan, Katrina Ivanescu, Amadush Sandy Zubowski Houston, Barbara Kerr, Nashville Khan, Michelle Kushner, Danielle Legault, Amanda Little, Mara Mahmoud, Samantha Melhot Provost, Alyssa Marchese. That's round one. That's like A to M. So deep breath, everyone. Like a lot of very accomplished humans. Wow. Christina Mihai, Daniela Mikanowski, Jean-Pierre Natnil, Devin Mutik, Athavin Yanatha, Phyllis Novakowski, Frederick Peters, Michaela Peruccio, Nastasia Pratt, Alex Quesnel, Romain, Joe Antero, Amanda Rooney, Talia Sabin Wright, Patrick Sotianu, Sandhya Suryanam Ranyan, Cole Swanson, Isaac Thornley, Jose Tremblay, Megan Whitman, Tani Williams King, Thomas Wu, 50 rupees. Holy smokes. We are all that you've accomplished. Hi, come on up here, guys, we have space. So it's gonna get to over to most excellent keyword. I love when you say the word radical makes me feel like I'm totally in the right place. So fast and wonderful. Hoping you're going to hear me. That is overwhelming. That is, Rosanna have been pulling this together, and I've been looking at the slide deck and seeing the names and the names and the names. That just speaks volumes, right? I've been a part of many academic units and communities, but I'm just enormously proud of what you as students bring to us, and what you're able to achieve here. And I do hope that we're able to support you so that you can thrive in this environment and any environment that you choose to go to. So enormous kudos to all the student leaders, all the award winners, our change makers, peer mentors, etc. And welcome to Dina, a real pleasure. Okay, 2 moments to go through, and then we can continue to celebrate by a bit of a mixed mingle. So we're going to turn to the Dean Awards. So I started the Dean Awards in 2020, 2021. And I remember the first year, I think this was COVID now, so I remember
I think I sent out a slideshow where I was testing out remote access, of filming myself on PowerPoint, and what does it look like? So that was year one. Year two was at faculty council doing a presentation. Again, we were very remote and virtual, and here we are finally in person. So it's really exciting to be able to celebrate people as their whole person here today. And I'm going to go through a few awards that we're offering for the 2022-23 year. So first, our Dean Teaching Award. And the faculty category goes to Professor Ilan. I'll let Ilan relax there as I read a few things, and then we'll have them come up. So first of all, I have to say the nomination packages for all these awards were spectacular, and they will be shared with the award winners, and just what a pleasure to read. So students describe Professor Kapoor Ilan as a brilliant and inspiring teacher who brings complex and dense subject matter alive, encourages critical thinking, and allows students to perform at their best. His innovative pedagogy is viewed as paradigm shifting and intellectually rigorous. At the same time, Ilan, Professor Kapoor, creates a safe and inclusive and equitable environment. He's known for a sense of humor, and I will say the student evaluations are exceptional, both in terms of the quantitative and qualitative feedback. And in one word, in the words of one nominator, quote, "I cannot imagine a candidate more deserving than Ilan Kapoor for the 2022-23 Dean's Teaching Award." Please join me in
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. I guess it occurs to me that it takes a village, so that the award really goes to our students, without whose enthusiasm and curiosity, I don't think my own teaching and learning would be possible. So this award is for you. I'm accepting it on your behalf. And in between, I have to thank Steven Spielberg and Oprah Winfrey. I had to do a joke. But in particular, I must thank the three students who put together this nomination, because I know they put in so much work. Savandi Silva, thank you. And also Mehmet Ozdemir and Anna Stratton. Thank you. Infinite.
Turning now to the Dean's Teaching Award in the graduate student category. This award goes to Nashwa Lina Khan. I've had a number of wonderful email exchanges with Nashwa. She is traveling, so she's not able to be here in person, but I'm going to read a few pieces from the nomination package, and then I'm going to share some words that she wanted to share with you. So Ms. Khan, Nashwa, was nominated on the basis of directing C4, the cross-campus capstone classroom. She is described as a powerful mentor who creates a supportive and inclusive learning environment. And her nomination was filled with extraordinary praise. Outstanding commitment, dedication, level of care, and attention to each student is outstanding, as is her genuine passion for teaching. Nashwa is also known for her relentless advocacy for students facing challenges and barriers. Nashwa is also praised for her pedagogical innovation that highlights experiential education and community-based learning. So again, Nashwa had lovely exchanges with her, and here's what she wanted to offer on this occasion. It is truly an honor to accept the Teaching Award from the Faculty of Environmental and Urban Change. This award is particularly special to me as I've long admired the exceptional quality of teaching that takes place within our faculty. To be recognized among such invaluable educators is a high honor. As someone who deeply values the students in this faculty and on this campus, receiving this award is humbling. As a first-generation student and as a Muslim woman, I understand the unique challenges that students from diverse backgrounds often face. I was incredibly moved when a student recently let me know how much my presence as an educator meant to them. I have long strived to make my teaching practice one that is rooted in equity, care, and generosity, as well as one that reflects an educational environment that cultivates learning that is dynamic and goes beyond traditional pedagogy. It would be remiss for me not to mention that it is rare to see Muslim women educators and first-generation students like myself in roles like mine. Although that is changing, I believe that my own experiences have helped me to better understand and support my students in their educational journeys. To be recognized for this work is incredibly encouraging, and I will continue to push for a learning environment that fosters intellectual growth, inspires passion, facilitates experiential education opportunities, and creates an equitable and inclusive learning environment for all students. Thank you once again for this award and recognizing the value of teaching that is rooted in care, equity, and generosity. Congratulations to Nashwa Lina Khan. Turning to the Dean Staff Recognition Award, I would like to honor Joanne Huey. Okay, we'll have to clap here. Ms. Huey, Joanne, received enthusiastic endorsement for her nomination, touted for her passion, unwavering commitment to excellence, creativity, innovation, and leadership. She has established meaningful connections with our EUC alumni and continues to enhance these connections through her leadership in terms of initiatives such as the Black Mentorship Program, Plan Connector. Joanne has also been a pivotal community builder. She is a force in terms of event planning that brings people together with spirit and purpose. She's a team player and an inspiration. She exudes positivity, is always quick to offer guidance, a helping hand, and still maintain high levels of productivity within her own work. Quite simply, Joanne's performance is truly inspiring and her impact on EUC is valuable. Joanne.
Hi, words cannot express how much gratitude I have to be recognized for the staff award. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm a little bit nervous to be in front of you, but I'm also very excited. And I just wanted to take the opportunity to thank you all so much for this recognition. And also, it's been truly an honor to return back to my home faculty. I am a grad at come back full circle and to be able to give back to a community that has given me so much in my career it's just so sweet. And I'm sure I'll connect with each and every one of you later on, but thank you so much, and thank you for all that put together the nomination as well. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay, in lieu of the Dean Research Excellence Award, I would like to recognize a number of faculty members who were honored as part of the VPRI, that is the Vice President Research and Innovation Research Celebration, which was held April 12th, earlier this month. I believe the slide. So honoring Linda Peak, who one, Linda has been receiving incredible praise for her lifetime of work, and at that particular research celebration, Linda was awarded the President's Research Excellence Award. recognizing distinguished scholarly achievements, impact on one's fields, and advancing York University's international reputation. Also want to honor Dana Scott, who is a major grant recipient for her SHRC partnership grant entitled Infrastructure Beyond Extractivism, Material Approaches to Restoring Indigenous Jurisdiction. I wanted to honor Joseph Mensa, who's also a major grant recipient, recognizing his achievement for earning the Women Rise grant, which is a grant from IDRC, the International Development Research Center, CIHR, the Center for the Canadian Institute for Health Research, and SHRC. SHRC focused on women's livelihoods in the context of COVID-19 in Ghana. And celebrating Ellie Perkins for her outstanding knowledge mobilization as a co-author of the 6th IPCC report last year. So congratulations to all. And in terms of Dean's Award, last but not least, in the year of the Dean Service Award, I would like to recognize Nikki Hemming. It feels like I have been offering words of gratitude and thanks for a couple of weeks, because that's how long it's taking to say goodbye. When we measure impact, we're looking at impact on our souls, on our heart, on our processes, on our structures, on our culture. And Nikki has been that to us in 18 months that she's been our first human resources business partner, then renamed people partner. But Nikki's been invaluable to so many people. I, as a dean, would like to recognize the notable impact that Nikki has had in terms of offering staff support and mentorship, advancing DEI throughout our faculty and beyond, and shaping a community and culture of respect, engagement, and collegiality. I would like to call upon Paul Elliott to offer a few words.
Because I'm one of the people who's still in my life. Tomorrow is not the last day that and she will be back next week. So, one of the words that has constantly been in my mind since I knew that Nikki was leaving has only been mentioned once today, and that word is profound, and that's in terms of impact, because it's only been 18 months that Nikki's been with us, but I would say that she has had such a profound impact on EUC, on the community, on us as a whole, on us as individuals, and on me as an individual, just personally. For those that were at the session last week, unfortunately, I was unable to attend. I had a little bit of video part, so I'm not going to repeat all that stuff. But I would like to say Nikki has always had a plan. I learned that very early on. She's always got a plan, and she goes to that plan. So part of that plan means she has to leave us, which is unfortunate. But it is in her best interest, and we do wish her well. But recognize that your fingerprints will be on this faculty forever. We won't be able to wipe them off. And you are welcome back at any point in time, because we love you. You've done great things. We're sure if you were staying, we would do more great things together. So we're going to miss you wholeheartedly, but we wish you well in your new role. And thank you.
I will say that we're kind of bombarding you with EUC paraphernalia because we don't want you to forget us. But I will say, with all seriousness, we are stronger because of you.
Last year was really long-winded because I was so sad to be going. Oh god. Been one of the most amazing experiences I don't do that lately. I've been in many different industries and coming to academics. This is my first time working in an academic institution, and I've been very blessed to have EUC as my first foray into it. It's been great. I love hearing all the credit of the changes that I've made, but it also has to do with the student staff and the faculty that are here that were so willing to be open to be vulnerable enough to trust me at my word to try my best. But also know that I'm human, valuable, and I'm going to make mistakes and be willing to let me do those mistakes and catch myself. I do always have a plan. The first 3 weeks that I had with Paul, I told him I hope you know I'm a high maintenance staff member, and so I know what I want to do. And my overall goal is, yes, I do want to move into an EO, because as much as having soft power and influence is great, I want power. And I want somebody like me who looks like we have that. Thank you to everybody here. I am going to be around. I will poke my head in, but thank you. Like, I really, really mean it. That it has been amazing. I'm always available. Even if I'm in another building, if you want to talk, if you want to spend time, have a vault to have your moment. My office door, even if it's closed, it's always open, so I stay. And I'll leave on what I have on my window right now. That's my encouragement to Dina, but to everybody, which is I truly believe that love is an active hero with them. So hello to all the heroes. And thank you.
Right, so as a final moment for this celebration today, I am just thrilled that we are launching the inaugural EUC Impact Report 2022-23. Again, this was one of my goals for this year, was to begin to push out that narrative of impact so that others can see and experience this. And I know that they are outside beyond these walls, but I want us to all appreciate what we are doing to impact positively the world around us. And as part of this launch, I really just wanted to give you a sense of what it is that's featured in this particular 50-page report. It's a little, maybe it's long, I don't know, I think it's good, 50 pages is good. And honestly, the hardest thing was trying to wiggle it down, because this could have been 150 pages, 200 pages. And there wasn't a single person that didn't have a place in this report. So know that if you're not in this report, you will be in the next one. But what I wanted to demonstrate with this report is 4 main themes that I see us really excelling in. The first is enhancing student experiences, whether through hands-on learning and field course offerings or collaboration with community partners. We have more students taking advantage of work placements, both within our faculty and in industry, government, and the not-for-profit sectors. And I really wanted to demonstrate that we have been championing this well beyond experiential education becoming trendy at York. It's something that's been really foundational in our legacy units of geography and the faculty of environmental studies. The second point I wanted to emphasize in the impact report is that we're facilitating research excellence. And we have undoubtedly some of the top world-renowned faculty and talented graduate students out there. We generate millions of dollars, in fact, $15 million in 2022 in research funding. We are generating groundbreaking publications, and we're collaborating with partners that are applying insights and deep knowledge to action-oriented agendas. I would also say that, I tend to use this slogan of bold ideas and bold action. Again, keep pushing that forward. That's what we need us to help people think differently about the world so that we can make the world more just, more sustainable. The third piece that you'll see as a theme in the impact report is advancing the UN SDGs. So United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. There's 17 of them. Yes, there's some critiques with the UN SDGs, but this is something that we have embedded as part of our university academic plan and as part of our own EUC strategic plan. These are goals that really encapsulate all the work that we do, not just on research, but teaching and learning and engagement activities. And so you'll see a variety, maybe 7 goals that we're highlighting in there and trying to bring as many of you into this impact report as possible with your efforts at really advancing those goals. And fourth, we are championing equity and Black inclusion. And this has been something that we really that really came to fruition after the murder of George Floyd, where we as a faculty expressed first in words that we really want to support action on addressing racism and working against anti-Black racism. And more action-oriented, trying to find ways to be more inclusive and lifting up those who may not have had advantages brought forward to them in their lives up to a certain point. So I think in the report, we do highlight our strategy of diversifying our faculty complement through a Black designated hiring process, through supporting equity deserving students through new scholarships, and also redistributing existing scholarships. We've been encouraging anti-oppression pedagogy, as well as scholarship and practice. Thank you so much for taking the time to read and digest the EUC impact report. Again, I'll be sending you around an email that has the link to the PDF. There are a few copies that are here that you can hold in person, you can flip. Are you tired of the gym? But I do, and so if you are wishing to pass this on to someone, please take a physical copy. If you do not want to, please leave it behind so we can distribute it in a very environmentally friendly way. But I do want to thank Andrea. Andrea joined us only a few months ago, and I said, "Guess what? We're going to do an impact report." And boy, it's been a pleasure. You are incredibly talented and creative, and so responsive to feedback, and just a true colleague. I don't know. So thank you so much for bringing this to fruition. I also want to thank my hardcore editors, Philip Kelly and Lily Piccone, and everyone who contributed to this impact report. I really see this as a representation of all of us putting our best foot forward, like I do this as Changemaker Celebration, that we are all working for a more just and sustainable world. And I'm thrilled to be able to celebrate that with all of you today, and for anyone who's online who's going to see this video after the fact. So with just a few thank yous to be had, I want to thank Rosanna Chowdhury for spearheading. Rosanna had also given kudos to Ryan, Emma, Savanthi, so thank you very much. And I wanted to thank Erin, Joanne, Melissa for being able to quickly change up your tasks for the last couple of days to help us pull some things together. So that's much appreciated. I continue to be incredibly proud and inspired to be a part of this faculty. Thank you so much, everyone. And congratulations on extraordinary 2022-23 year. Thank you.